Hello there. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am doing an unboxing of my Make Playing Cards Proxy order that I recently placed. I live in Vancouver, Canada, and it took about 3 weeks to get here, so actually not that bad. I expected it to take a little bit longer, but I am pretty happy. I heard about Make Playing Cards through a friend who used them for Commander and other reasons. Back when I used to have an actual power cube with actual cards pre-COVID, I had some proxies in them, but they were a little too thick, and you could kind of tell where they were in your deck, or that you were, about to draw it, etc. So I didn't really like them, and I kind of was off proxies. But after seeing my friends in his commander deck, I figured I would give this a shot, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the quality overall. As you can see, I have a Gwent background here. I actually don't know why I picked Gwent art. I think I was just high off the Witcher and toss a coin to your Witcher and all that stuff, but every other order that I'm going to do is going to be the Black Lotus art, but it doesn't really matter because the cards are going to be in sleeve. Anyway, yeah, I am pretty happy with the quality of this order. The actual order process for my first time was very streamlined. Customer service was great. I have no complaints. Even the arts that I was a little bit worried about came out satisfactory, and you can't really tell that they're kind of grainy if you're looking from average length of sitting at a table and playing the card. If you look up close, you can kind of tell, but again, for what it is, I'm pretty happy. I apologize here, my camera did not focus on the backside of Tovalor. I wasn't actually looking at my camera when it was recording this, so I apologize. But as you can see, I'm just going through the cards right now. You can kind of see that the quality is pretty good. For the most part, I picked extended or full arts, and as many as I could, I picked alternate arts, because this is a power cube, and although I'm not redoing it in real cards, I am picking cards that would stand out as much as possible. That Birds of Paradise that was just on camera there, I was a little bit worried because on the site it showed that the Birds of Paradise text was actually cut off in the bleed zone, but I decided to spin the wheel and see if it would come out properly, and I'm glad it did, because there's 4 or 5 cards that kind of had that, but Birds of Paradise was the big one. So yeah, I extended and full arts as much as I could. I kind of wanted to kind of fit the same theme or same kind of art. If I have all cards that are full arts and then there's a couple cards that aren't, it looks kind of dumb and kind of stands out. But that's something I can fix down the line. For now, all I cared about is having the actual cube in person. Unfortunately, I did change some cards. Ooh, some not safe for work. Unfortunately, some cards are going to be cut from the power cube. I've edited the power cube since I originally placed the order, but it's okay. Having backup cards isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I honestly, for my first order and how long it took me to learn and do everything, I am very satisfied with what came out. For the imaging process, or to choose images, it's pretty easy. Almost all the images that I picked are 1200 DPI. I think anything under 500 I was pretty scared about, so I didn't order any of them. I think I ordered one card that was 460 DPI, and it was the Turok, the Dread Cantor card, the Hymn of Turok on a body. This Delver's Secrets looked really unique, so I decided to give it a shot. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it, but when I first picked it, I thought it was going to be kind of upside down. When the card flips to Insectile, you would flip it around. This Dockside Extortionist is just kind of wild, so I picked it. Definitely stands out. Anyway, yeah, so there's... Oh, this Dreadbore was really nice, too. And I wanted to see what these kind of cards would look like, because I always see them on Secret Layers, but I'm never going to, fork enough money to own a Secret Layer. Or at least now, anyway, because I don't even play Magic, aside from, in paper Magic, I mean. Yeah, so there's one card, the Dreadcorn, the Turok, that is 460 DPI. I think there's 3 cards that are 590 DPI, and then everything else that I picked was 1200. So I'm pretty satisfied with most of the quality. There's an Animate Dead, I think, that comes up pretty soon. That is 590 DPI, and I bring it up to the camera a little bit so you can kind of see. But again, it's right here. This art was too good to pass up for myself, and I really liked it. So going for cards or card arts that stand out, I want. If I'm going to own a power cube again, it might as well be as special as it can be. But I'm not foiling it out again. Even in proxy form, that's a lot of money to cough up. I gave most of my fetches the Expedition border, and I think for regular shocks and stuff, it's just full art extended. I kind of wanted the same theme going across. These spirit tokens are sweet. I'm definitely a ghost Pokemon kind of guy. They came out really well. I ordered a bunch of mirror tokens for Mirror Battlesphere, but I didn't realize that the original 2 tokens were 2 ones, but what can I do, right? Yeah, you can see that Carnage Tyrant had a smaller border. I don't like that. I'm going to end up changing it, but there you go. So you can see the backside comes out too. Like the front and back is good quality for the Jace one. This Progenitus border was really weird, and I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like in person. But I mean, everyone kind of knows what Progenitus does. Will it be changed? Maybe. I'm not sure, but it's definitely nice to have. One thing I regret about Order is double-sided tokens. I could have saved so much card space and added on a lot more cards, but you know, learning process. Still, tokens came out great. There's actually quite a bit of arts on the for each token. Like, I think the only token that didn't have a special art for it was the spider token that I needed for Lolth, Spider Queen, but it's okay. Like, new arts are being added every day, so I'm not too worried about it. Eventually, I will be doing another order, and the next order will have foils on it. So if you're interested in keeping looking, oh, there's Survival of the Fittest there and Japanese kind of art. I don't want to go through every card on camera, so I ended up just like sitting down and just fanning through the rest of the cards, or like through most of them. I didn't go through every single card to try and, you know, prevent this video from going on too long. But yeah, so I wanted to do the borders. This Ponder art is the best, like MVP. Look at that. If I am not that Squirtle, I don't know who is. I wanted to kind of have all the same borders for the arts and the expedition arts if I could, but it ended up not being that way, so they will be changed eventually. But again, it's just nice to have, and they definitely look like a lot better than I thought they would. I thought that the expedition border on a non-foil card would look kind of crappy, but you know, I'm pretty satisfied with the way like they came out. Obviously, there's some cards that I think it looks better on than others, but at the end of this video, I'll be posting a couple pictures of cards that kind of like cut weirdly or just something's off about them, so you can kind of see. So there is like obviously some mishaps. For one of them, I think it's the Sword of Light and Shadow, I think. I mean, you'll see the picture later, but that card, like the picture itself that I downloaded looked kind of off, but it was like in the bleed zone, so I kind of gave it a shot. This Sarah's Emissary had a different border, or a different kind of like art or like extended border, so I kind of wanted to give it a shot. Doesn't look as great as I wanted it. The Shardless Agent I think looks sweet. It would definitely look better foil, but the art itself is like great, and you know, unique cards. Best shark token, no doubt. Shark Typhoon right after. Sheldock Isle. I'm not sure how I feel about these Shieldred like art, or like art that go over the text for newer players, but I mean, they don't really have to know the name of the card as long as they know what it does. So, yeah, I'll be doing a foil order next. So I mean, if you want to see what foils look like, you can, you know, subscribe to the channel, and you can kind of see what they look like. I got a couple Soul Rings for Commander here. Sword of Temptation, Solemn's Malachrum, Solitude, Song of the Dryads, Spawn of Mayhem, Spell Pierce, Spell Queller, Spell Sky, Sphinx's Revelation, which ended up getting cut now, Spire of Industry, a bunch more Spirit tokens, again, my Ghost Pokemon. Yeah, there's so many token arts that are just actually kind of so sick. Still, double-sided tokens. If you ever do an order, double-sided tokens. Sprite Dragon alternate. A bunch of the Manlands, well, not a bunch, all of the Manlands have different arts, and those look really sweet. So, if you notice, all my Manlands that I show on camera are different arts. It look different. That's what it is. This Sun Titan just looks completely badass too. It is also in my horror cube, which I'm getting printed next probably, and I'm actually gonna put like a color like tint on all the cards. Yeah, now I bring up Survival of the Fittest, as you can see. It was like unique. I don't know if I'm going to keep that one or not in the queue. Yeah, another just sick art. That's sort of Body and Mind is the card that you'll see at the end of the video that has a kind of weird border because of the printing. It is a little irking, but I will get it done. This was a 590 DPI card, and it's a regular border, so I just wanted to kind of show it. I was actually surprised that there was no extra or alternate art of Thada Adele, but maybe it's just a card that isn't played a lot. I don't know. Yeah, all Time Walk, Time Twister, etc. Tombstalker with a weird, unique old art, or old border art. It was really weird, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't like the full art version, and the other ones were kind of low quality. Oh, so there you go. I do show it a little bit. That Turok counter is the 460 DPI card. You can kind of tell, like, from that view, even it's a little grainy, but like it's still legible and easy to read. And again, when you're playing like at a normal distance where the card is on the table and you're sitting down, you don't really notice. This Vampire Tutor looked a lot better in picture than it did in person. I'm probably going to replace it. The red just looks like it's actual paint, but you know, I forgot to change that art for that Woolrast Stronghold. I didn't realize it is the Expedition art. Though, like the Expedition border art, like that one looks really bad. If I'm gonna get the Ormondal here is really nice too. Waiting for it to focus. There you go. That border of the Expedition looks really bad. This Wheel of Fortune art's sweet too. Yeah, so that Expedition border is the ones that I want. It looks really nice on the cards, but the other one looks kind of weird. This Ren and 6 I got in the Kaldheim border. There's a bunch of cards with the Kaldheim border, and I've always liked like Viking kind of things, so I kind of wanted to try it. Tokens for Wormcoil Engine. That Young Pyromancer. Oh, man, I don't play League of Legends anymore, but I hate the regular picture of the Young Pyromancer. So I had to change it up. And it comes with the bear tokens for elementals, so I was pretty stoked about that. Never cut towards yourself. I don't know what I was doing. Whew. Alright. So this is basically just basic lands and then a bunch of like commander stuff. I don't think there's anything in the power cube in this one. Or maybe there's a couple like straggler cards that weren't working. There were a couple cards that I uploaded to the site that didn't like register, and I had to pick new arts anyway. I'm not sure what the problem was, but it was like a 30-second fix, but just as a heads up, it does happen. So I don't know. I didn't bother to ask customer service about it because it wasn't a big deal. They weren't like great arts or anything. It's just different. I'm just showing you the basics that I picked for my cube. They're like Zendikar arts with like a different kind of border. I don't know. I always liked the Zendikar arts, and I just liked how the color box here had like the symbol, and it was like kind of, it just stood out to me. There's a bunch of them that I really liked on the site, so I'm going to be definitely using different arts for all my cubes. I think I have like 6 cubes, right? So pretty stoked for that. But for these ones, as long as they match, that's all that matters. And it looks like full arty, which is, you know, the theme of the cube. This is Guts, the Black Swordsman. I do have a Zergo Helm Smasher commander deck, and like I really like Berserk, so how could I not? Yeah, so there's just a bunch of commander stuff in this one. Full Metal Alchemist art. I got another Sun Titan for the Horror Cube. This is mostly Zabaz stuff, I think. The Glimmer Wasp. Yeah. And then yeah, I think after the Combustible Hook on the Plateau, that's it, because the entirety of the other pack of cards was all my lands, which is 34 of each, plus the commander cards. Anyway, that is it for that unboxing of that MPC order. If you do like it, definitely, you know, subscribe and watch the next one. Anyway, thanks a lot. Have a good day.